one of the very few complaints that I have about Daredevil Born Again so far is Kingpin. I'm so fucking tired of Kingpin, man. Like, this is what, the fourth time we've had Kingpin as a villain, and honestly, more than that if you count shows outside of Daredevil. Now, don't get it twisted. Vincent D'Onofrio is fantastic in this role. It may be his best performance ever, in my opinion. He is easily like one of the best villains in the entire MCU, one of the best villains in all of superhero media in general. But, like, first of all, good lord, how many times are we going to do this? He was the main villain of Daredevil seasons 1 and 3. He was a very prominent villain in season 2. He was pretty much the main villain of Hawkeye. I think he was the main villain of Echo. I didn't watch Echo, but I think he was the main villain of that, right? And so when I saw he was going to be in Born Again, I was like, okay, well, Vincent D'Onofrio is a great actor. Kingpin's a great character. Nothing wrong with that. But I know he was going to be like the main one again. And here's the thing, it would be one thing if we didn't have a bunch of other great villains to pull from. Like, there are so many other villains that you could do stuff with in Daredevil. Case in point, like the most adjacent to Kingpin, Vanessa. Let me just pause and glaze Vanessa for a minute here. Vanessa is such a cool villain because when you first meet her, you're like, oh, she's this like classy, like elegant woman. Like she's an art, gallery owner or whatever the fuck. She's not gonna be into this whole gangster shit that Kingpin is up to. And then little by little, you find out she's every bit as much a gangster as he is. A lesser show would have made the main villain's love interest just a very like one note throwaway character that doesn't even pop up that often, or when she does pop up she's just not doing that much other than just being there, having the villain be in love with her. But Vanessa is very much a real like separate threat from Kingpin. And maybe it will turn out that she's been pulling the strings the whole way here. I kind of hope so because I'm so tired of Kingpin being the main villain of every season of Daredevil. Honestly, like on the down low, they should have just kept Wilson Fisk in prison and just made Vanessa the main villain of this season from the get-go, in my opinion. Maybe. And then you got Muse. Man, how in the world did they make the mistake of only using Muse for 2 episodes? Like, what? I don't even have that much to say about Muse because of how little we got to see of him, but he had so much potential. Thank God we got Bullseye back at least.